Deathadder V3 Hyperspeed is an interesting release from Razer. It feels like it is a bit lost for identity, and though my first impressions are overall positive, there are a few things about this mouse that I think you should know. The mouse sports a smaller footprint than its bigger brother, the V3 Pro, and it's using their Focus X 26K optical sensor, which we'll get into the issues with that a little bit later in the video. This new mouse has an updated skate design with larger Zowie style skates that feel really smooth. I have about a year of use on my V3 Pro, but these new skates feel super smooth in comparison, and I really like them. I feel like the names of Razer's mice have started to lose their identity a little bit. It seems like they're naming anything that's ambidextrous as a Viper and anything Ergo as a Deathadder, since the shapes of these mice seem to change with every release. This mouse from the front feels and looks like the new Viper V3 Pro, but with the Ergo back of a Deathadder. It really feels like they took both of these shapes and smashed them together to make this new mouse. If you are a person that found the old Deathadder V3 Pro to be too large for you though, this might be a welcome change, and in the hours that I've gamed with it so far, it has been pretty comfortable to use. The weight of the mouse is 53 grams on my scale and feels really well balanced. Overall, I think the shape is good, though I find the larger Deathadder V3 Pro to be more comfortable, since that's really what I look for in an Ergo mouse. Comparing it to the Lamzu Thorn, it is similar in size, but the rear of the Thorn fills up my palm much more, where the back of the Deathadder Hyperspeed has even less palm contact than my Viper V3 Pro. I performed well with the mouse in Overwatch 2 and Rainbow Six Siege, but my initial thoughts is that the shape isn't ideal for me. The Deathadder Hyperspeed uses the same Gen 3 optical switches that the Pro versions use, and has the updated soft touch coating as well. I don't love this coating since it feels kind of slippery until my hand warms up, and since the mouse doesn't come with grip tape, it isn't something that can be solved immediately out of the box. The scroll wheel on this feels exactly the same as the new scroll wheel on the Viper V3 Pro, so this is really good, and the buttons on my copy feel and sound great. The sensor choice on this mouse is a bit strange for me, since the Viper Hyperspeed is using the Focus Pro 30K, and they only put the Focus X 26K in this mouse. I know this is supposed to be a more budget-friendly version of the Deathadder, but at $100, it is still pretty pricey. In-game, it feels fine, and I don't think it's something that most people will notice, but the sensor does lack some of the new features like asymmetric cutoff, low, medium, and high liftoff distance control. It has cutback, acceleration, and max speed, as well as no motion sync. One thing that I do really like that they did include with this mouse though is a slot to put the dongle in the bottom, which is something that has been missing from Razer's Pro mice for a long time. The mouse can connect to the Razer hyperpolling dongle if you have one, so you can run it at higher polling rates, but I feel like if you're a person that's looking for those higher polling rates, you're probably also shopping for a mouse that has one of those newer sensors. The build quality on my copy out of the box feels really good. There doesn't appear to be any flexing on the sides. The clicks feel very stable with little to no wobble. I do get a slight rattle though when I shake the mouse, which to me isn't a big deal, but it's something that I like to point out. To wrap it up, I think this is a solid offering from Razer. It is great that they have a small Ergo mouse in the lineup, but I do think that for the price they are charging, they should have included the 30K sensor. Performance overall seems great though, and only time will tell if the durability holds up over time. I think if you are in the market for an Ergo mouse and want to buy something from your local big box store, this should be on your radar. It isn't my favorite small Ergo shape, but I do think a lot of people will probably find that it's perfect for their hands. I'll be posting an updated review in a week or two once I have some more time on the mouse. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel for that content, and if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like as well. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.